It is my view that on his way out of the EFF, Floyd Shivambu had put Dr. Ndlozi on the frying pan, because why would you do that? Anyway, guys, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. Please do understand that I'm not a politician. I do not have deep knowledge in politics. However, I am a South African citizen who is also a voter, and I do believe that my views count when it comes to political affairs of this gorgeous country of ours. So the reason why I say that Floyd put Dr. Ndlozi on the firing line as he was exiting the EFF is because when he was now on the other side, he started saying, you know what, I told some people knew in the EFF that I was leaving, and I am talking about the top leadership of the EFF. Do get, and knowing very well that his relationship with Dr. Ndlozi was a very close one. And for me, when I used to look at them, I used to see Dr. Ndlozi, Julius Malema, and Floyd Shivambu as the face of the EFF. So, as Floyd said, that his relationship with Dr. Ndlozi is that of brothers, like blood brothers. So, Julius Malema knew that the person that was told is Dr. Ndlozi. Do you get that? So I'm still going to share those links there. So according to me, he wanted to leave the whole thing burning there, so that as he enters the EFF, Dr. Ndlozi would be stranded and have nowhere to go, and considers joining the MK. And he said that he had no intentions of joining the MK, and he still does not have the intentions of joining the MK. But anyway, you see, the relationship between between Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu. Julius Malema thought it was brotherhood. Even Floyd Shivambu thought it was brotherhood, until he decided, you know what, I'm leaving this EFF and going somewhere. So we're going to start showing those clips before I share with you the clip of Dr. Ndlozi finally opening up about what happened to him with the EFF. So I want to share first the clips of this guy's relationship. I'm talking about now Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema, and they both believed they were like blood brothers. Forget what Floyd said after that, which I'm still going to share with you before. The video that I'm going to share last is that of Dr. Ndlozi actually saying, you know what, the things that happened that led to him not being a part of the ANC, of the EFF elective conference, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to share that with you. So without wasting much of your time, let's remember how the relationship was between Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema.
And more than being political partners in terms of the political work, we are brothers. It's like as if we are blood brothers. So there is never a time that the EFF will be distracted. So the opportunists, of course, they will try to give whatever interpretation in debt with those people.
I want us to talk about your relationship with Floyd Shivambu. Yeah. Describe it to me. What kind of relationship?
It's a relationship of O.R. Tambo and Nelson Mandela. It's summarized like that. We're brothers. We went through all these things together, and there's nothing. There will never even be a point of contestation or a fight, because everything is done in the open. We engage each other, we disagree vehemently, and say this is not the way to go, and ultimately a decision is taken, we move forward. And
now for Floyd to come out and say the relationship between him and Julius Malema is that it's a political relationship. Said anything else is like just like gangsterism. So I'm going to share those video clips. And he also, in another interview, he said his relationship with Dr. Ndlozi is that of brothers. It's like blood brothers, and you could tell somehow that he wants Julius Malema to feel it, like to really feel like with Dr. Ndlozi is brotherhood, with him is a political relationship, which it was not like that when he was still with the EFF, as we saw the previous clips there. So like that, I think it stirred something in Julius Malema and developed a serious dislike of Dr. Ndlozi. It's just my assumption, guys. These might not be the facts, but my own assumptions, and you are allowed to share your own views in the comment section. So let me share those clips with you, and the last one would be that of Dr. Ndlozi. I'm just going to share them at once and then share the one of Dr. Ndlozi, what he said yesterday.
Party people don't know the personal sacrifices that leaders went through, and you built important friendships and brotherhoods, and so just for the record, in terms of the personal aspect with Julius Malema, where does that sit now?
I think so if you were to go to the interview that we did in the when I was still in the EFF, and then he asked me the question, what is the relationship with the president of the EFF? I said this political relationship, actually made an emphasis on it's a political relationship that we had. And of course, because we work in the same spaces, we end up doing so many things together. There's a family gathering, you'll get to know and then support each other and all of those things there. But the relationship was political relationship. And
that's interesting.
That is how it is. And I have no bad feelings about anyone, like generally. Leave the people that I work with. Generally, I don't have any personal feelings against anyone. Like I relate far much easier with comrades in the ANC. Like I talk to everyone. Like I'll talk to the comrades that we led with in the ANC. Like I talk to Andre Lungisa. I talked to Lebogang Maile for a very long time on the phone. I talked to Lamula, like about so many issues. I talked to everyone. Like I get to have political discussions with them, even if we're in different political organizations. I still talk to some of the comrades in the EFF, except those who feel like they might be doubted for having engagements with me. I generally don't have problems with anyone, but I'm able to distinguish that there's a political relationship and like so-called brotherhood and everything else. Because sometimes this so-called brotherhood, it's not brotherhood, it borders on gangsterism.
Mbuyiseni is my brother, like in a true sense of brotherhood. My relationship with Mbuyiseni is not political relationship in J. It's a brotherhood relationship which has been there for more than 20 years now. So like you can imagine that he is not 40 yet, and I'm just 41 years old now. So if we've had the relationship for 20 years and a very trusting relationship, he's my brother.
I am judging Floyd Shivambu for doing that because to me it sounds like it was intentional, with the intentions of wanting to scatter the relationship between Mbuyiseni Ndlozi and Floyd Shivambu so that the EFF could be unstable without him. So maybe it's how the politics are played, because one doesn't know much about politics, so maybe that's how you move as a politician. But when I look at the video that I'm about to share with you of Dr. Ndlozi, he doesn't look like a man that is happy. He looks like a man who is troubled, though still keeping his cool together, like maybe dealing with his issues privately, but still you can tell that he's dealing with a lot. Anyway, without wasting much of your time, let's see what he said.
With someone here who sits at home, I'm speaking with someone here who is very well known as a politician who contributes to this country. Just over a month ago, your party held a very important conference. We never saw you there. We tried to ask, where were you? So we never got the answer. Here we are today. Where have you been?
Well, I couldn't attend the conference of the EFF, the NPA, because over a dispute over my suspension. I was suspended about 6 weeks before the conference, and the suspension was unconventional in that it didn't rely on the code of conduct of the EFF summoned by its constitution, but largely the suspension rested on 2 counts. On the one hand, the leadership said that it's in possession of an intelligence report in which they claim that I'm part of the infiltration strategy by the MKP. I'm working with the MKP. I'm planning to go to join them. I'm waiting for some opportune moment. The second one largely rested on the fact that I knew about the then Deputy President Floyd Shivambu's departure, and I didn't tell the leadership. Of course, I was told to stay at home, cease my participation in Parliament and the rest of the activities of the EFF. And so it was very important for me, because they said that the investigation is still ongoing, and when the investigation is finished, I then would be given an opportunity to respond to these allegations. I think we can all agree these are dangerous and very serious allegations. At a later stage, the leadership argued that the report would only be ready after conference, and the matter has been referred to the leadership after the conference. It it seemed fair for me to wait to clear my name in relation to these allegations so that I don't function with a dark cloud on my head or a gun on my face. As I said, we cannot agree. These are very serious allegations that one had betrayed the revolution, had been disloyal, and that indeed you are a double agent of some sort. Of course, I can state categorically now that I never planned to join the MKP. I still don't. I never worked with anybody in the MKP in relation to some conspiracy about my departure. And I think that whatever information they say they have was based largely on lies. Secondly, I did know about the departure of Floyd Shivambu. He did come to tell me of his consideration, and indeed I did tell him that, look, you would have to take the leadership into confidence, and he did. The idea that I should have ran behind his back and informed other people or the leadership suggests that I'm an informant, a gossiper, or a wedge driver. I am none of those. It was Floyd's decision. He had to communicate it. It was not my decision. It was his. He had to communicate it, and he did.
Now, personally, I do agree with Dr. Ndlozi. It was not his place to tell Julius Malema or Floyd Shivambu's plans. And I saw somebody on X saying, so if Floyd Shivambu was planning to unalive Julius Malema, so still Dr. Ndlozi would choose to keep quiet. No, these are not the same things. You know, we're comparing the things that are not supposed to be compared. So this was just something that needed Floyd to do. And for them as the EFF leaders to deal with it when it finally comes to light. So it wouldn't change a thing. Floyd has already made up his mind to leave and chose not to tell Julius Malema. So it is valid. It would be just like gossip now. Imagine Julius Malema coming out and saying, I've heard from Mbuyiseni that Floyd is leaving for MK. No, it wouldn't make any sense. It does make sense. I do agree. Even if I didn't agree with Dr. Ndlozi, the guy is just too cool, too collected, too level-headed to just not to take his side. That's my chat. That's my chat. Anyway, guys, whatever your views are, share them in the comment section. And for me, this is just like a very bad breakup from the people that were very close together, and it's going to take a serious long time for them to finally find themselves being cool with each other, even though they've taken different paths. So the future is very uncertain. I'm not sure where we're going to see Dr. Ndlozi in the future. I'm not sure where we're going to see the EFF, even Floyd Shivambu. I'm not sure if it's going to last in that MK. So whatever your views are, share them in the comment section, and I'm looking forward to reading your views. And the next time you bump into my videos, kindly watch my ads in full. It really goes a long way. Do have a lovely day.